Natural disasters have been all over the news this year with fires in the West. We have hurricanes in Florida, hailstorms in Texas, all kind of natural disasters. And one of the first things that comes up when these disasters happen is what happens with insurance. Are you insured for your damages if your house is destroyed, if there's a tornado, if there's an earthquake? You want to make sure you understand your coverages, because many times insurance coverage is different for natural disasters than it is for standard losses. If your house catches on fire, God forbid, you normally have fire insurance that covers your house in a certain manner with certain deductibles. If it's a natural disaster like a hurricane, a tornado, fire, flood, sinkhole, there may be different coverages that aren't the same as what you expect. So you want to make sure you understand what you're covered for and what you aren't. In some cases, for example, in the West, earthquakes don't cover to replace your whole house. It's just a percentage, and you have to eat the difference. So if your finances would put you in a bad spot, if your insurance doesn't just rebuild your house, you want to know about that in advance so you know what your risk is, what your potential losses are. You also want to know what value it's insured for. Your video will be back in 8 seconds. In the meantime, remember, you have access to live one-on-one consultation, undivided attention of a licensed certified expert in this subject and many others. We want to listen to your story. We want to hear your questions and give you expert advisement of your options. We want to tell you what we know about your situation and what options you have. Now back to your video. Placement values of homes wouldn't cover what it would cost to rebuild a house in today's market with inflation on materials and lumber and also labor cost. So you want to look at that value to make sure it's in the ballpark of what it would take to actually rebuild the house. The other part of the coverage, which sometimes is difficult to understand, is it rebuilds it to the current standards. To the standards it was previously built at. Well, current building codes might be different. It might require upgraded materials, upgraded construction techniques. And if the amount doesn't cover that, you could also be deficient. So make sure you check your policy. We also have information on our website, riskcoverage.com, which will help walk you through it. We have consultation available with licensed insurance agents if you want to get a second opinion on your coverages or get some straight answers about what's covered and what's not. We're glad to help with that. If you have any kind of homeowners insurance or personal lines, you want to make sure you totally understand the coverage, what is going to kick in, what's not going to kick in, and what you have to come out of pocket for, because many times the deductibles for a natural disaster are much higher. It's not 1 or 2,000, it might be 20 or 30% of the loss, which could be pretty expensive. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can access live one-on-one personal consultations with a licensed private investigator, a licensed commercial insurance broker, licensed certified real estate title examiner, also a certified civil court mediator. So if you have a need to talk to an expert in any of these fields, or even a licensed building general contractor, you can click the link below, actualhuman.com, and arrange a live one-on-one undivided attention with a licensed expert where you can ask any questions, get information about your situation, and we'd be glad to help.